Okay, so we're moving on to session 2 of this lesson, and this time we're just talking about reflections. And again, we're going to actually reflect on the coordinate plane, but we're also going to reflect just mathematically. So let's look at our first problem. So we have Alyssa, she's got this paper dragon. She's going to draw this figure right here, which is our pre-image, and this is the eye. So to make the other eye, she's going to reflect across the x-axis. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw our line of reflection so we know exactly which line we are flipping over. And it's reflecting over x, so we're moving from up to down. So the new image will be here in quadrant 3. So they want to know what are the coordinates of the new image, w prime, x prime, y prime, z prime. So when you're reflecting, you simply take each point, you count how far it is from the line of reflection, and then you count that same distance in the other direction. So we'll start with point y. Point y is one space away from the line of reflection. So we're going to go one space in to the other side. So y prime is here. Z prime is 1, 2, 3 spaces away. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3 spaces in the other direction, and that is z prime. W is 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, and this is w prime. Same for x. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is x prime. So now we're going to connect those points. You're going to use a protractor. I'm going to do the best I can. So here is the new image that's been reflected. Now we're going to do this mathematically. So we're going to write our points. And what do we have? W, X, Y, Z. And W. So this time they're not giving us the ordered pair, so we have to practice what we've learned about the coordinate plane. W is in quadrant 2, so the X is negative, the Y is positive. All of these points are in quadrant 2. So this is at negative 3, 4. X is at negative 1, 4. Y is at negative 2, 1. And Z is at negative 4, 3. All of our X's are negative, all of our Y's are positive. So now we're going to figure out where are the primes. The primes are in quadrant 3. This means everything is negative. Now let's think about what happened. Our shape moved up to down. Up and down only affects the y-axis. It did not move right or left at all. It stayed in exactly the same spot on the x-axis. So that means all of our x's are going to be the same. So we're going to go ahead and just write the same x's because they did not change. So we were at negative 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 4. Now what happened to our y's? Our y's flipped from the top to the bottom. So this y, for point y, was at negative 2, 1. And when we flipped it down, it's now at negative 2, negative 1. So it was positive 1, now it's negative 1. For z, it was at 3, now it's at negative 3. W was at 4, now it's at negative 4. X was at 4, now it's at negative 4. So what do we notice? What stayed the same and what changed? And be specific. How did it change? X's are the same. So when reflecting, over the x-axis, x stays the same. Now what's happening with our y's? 4, -4, 4, -4, 1, -1, 3, -3. Our y's are changing. They're changing in a very special way. The y's become their opposite. Y becomes opposite. That's the big idea about this lesson. We're going to keep practicing on the next few pages.